So I didn't start taking breath work seriously until August of this year. I've always kind of had problems with being nervous, especially in social scenarios, but really this nervousness peaks for me right before sporting events. So I do play sports. I play basketball, which is my main sport. That's the sport I practice the most, I care about the most, and that's what I really like put a lot of my time in. And then I play tennis, which is one of my, I guess you could say, fun sport, which, I mean, basketball is just as fun as tennis, but tennis, I don't take it seriously. I kind of go out there, like, obviously, I still want to be the best at whatever I do, but I'm not like grinding it like I am basketball. Throughout my life, and I'm sure you can relate to this as well, I've always been told to breathe whenever I get into a situation that makes me kind of nervous. But before I understood why you get nervous when you don't breathe, I never was able to remember to breathe when I ever got into one of them situations. So it wasn't until earlier on this year that I really understood and was taught, okay, this is why you get nervous when you stop breathing. And you can actually see pretty much the exact date when I learned this because I filmed a video on it titled, "This is the Cure to Nervousness." This video right here. But I'm going to go ahead and give you kind of a spill on what that video was talking about in this video, which is the reason why you get nervous when you stop breathing is because of carbon dioxide. I'm sure you're aware that when you breathe in, you're breathing in oxygen, and then when you exhale, you're exhaling carbon dioxide. What happens is when you shallow your breathing, you don't exhale all of that carbon dioxide. And so that carbon dioxide, that little bit of carbon dioxide, is staying trapped in your lungs and it's putting your body into a small, minor state of panic. This is why, whenever you're feeling nervous, if you stop, take deep breaths. For me, it's about three. That's pretty much what most people tell you. If you take about 3 deep breaths, inhale deeply, and then exhale completely, you're exhaling all of that carbon dioxide and you're bringing in oxygen. And so that's relaxing your body. And ideally, you want to breathe in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Obviously, in sports, this is very important. For basketball and basically a 3 point shooter, I'm a shooter on the team. So if I'm going up to shoot a 3 point shot, I can't be tense and nervous and panic when I have this guy who's 7 foot tall running at me. He's trying to block my shot. I have to be able to make that shot and be relaxed when I'm shooting it. So obviously breath work was very important for me. And I really didn't start focusing on breath work and spending a lot of time and effort, in breath work until I really learned this technique and why we get nervous on a basketball mentality YouTube channel. So this all started with me before basketball games when I'm on the bench or just before I go out, taking a few conscious breaths. And that's a lot of what breath work is just conscious breathing. I know we're going to get into meditation later on in this video, which is a little bit more in depth and a little bit more conscious about your conscious breathing, if that makes sense. Where breath work is more so to relax the body in kind of quick, spurty moments, because breath work is something that like you feel nervous and it's like, boom, you get the idea like, oh, I need to do breath work. And then you go out there and you do breath work and it's kind of like a quick 3 breath, inhale, exhale kind of thing. And then you relax to a certain point. So to answer your question, yes, breath work has been very beneficial for me in sports, but also when it comes to filming these videos. If you don't know, I know I don't talk about this a ton on my YouTube channel, but I also do a live basketball show for my basketball conference. This has helped me in that area, my filming area. This has helped me in my sporting area, and I am in the depth of basketball season right now. As of at the time of filming this video, we are on Christmas break. But we are in the middle of the season, the basketball season. So I've been doing this multiple times a week before all these games since November when we started playing. So breathwork has been very beneficial in my life and just being able to just relax whenever I feel nervous. And I know a lot of times people are going to have trouble, remembering when they feel nervous, to remember like, oh, I need to do breath work. And I know it's going to be kind of hard to remember that sometimes, but just through experience, through whenever you get nervous, randomly one time it's going to pop up, you're going to be able to do it. And then you're going to get momentum and then it's going to be easy from there on. Now, I'm going to be straightforward with you. Visualization has been something that I haven't taken too seriously, at least not in the textbook way that people visualize. See, a lot of people, when you hear about them, doing visualization sessions and stuff like that, they do it a lot like meditation and breath work. They sit down and they set a dedicated amount of time to visualize. They'll put a timer, 10 minutes, and they just sit there and visualize, kind of like a meditation practice. Personally, It's a struggle to get myself to meditate. Meditation has been a bumpy road for me. I find sitting down when I first wake up in the morning, or even before I go to sleep when I'm tired, to be very difficult to sit down and focus my brain on something like that. And I don't want to do meditation and visualization and have like a 20-minute session of visualization and meditation. It's just too much time, and I would rather be doing other things. And so that's not a big problem for me because I'm visualizing all the time. That's the thing, like, if you're an ambitious person, you're constantly thinking about your future, right? You're constantly thinking about what's the next step, what's next, where I'm gonna be in 2 years, a month, 2 months, like, you're always thinking, you're always visualizing, right? I don't think that it's necessary for us to spend another 10 minutes, and some people do even more, of just actually sitting down and visualizing. Visualize when you're out there doing kinda, like, easy work that you can kinda zone out on. If you're doing something that you're just kinda zoning out, I'm sure you're already visualizing as it is. You're visualizing pretty much all the time because that's just what your mind is focused on. If you're like me, you understand this. And so I don't think we need to go out there and dedicate another 10 minutes to just visualize when we're sitting down and doing nothing else. Because at the end of the day, you're visualizing enough. And there's other more important things, more productive things that need to get done. And if you're meditating or visualizing 10 minutes every day for a week, that's an hour and 10 minutes of your week that's gone. And that could be put to other things. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, over time, if you are being consistent with the stuff, it's going to add up. So for me, I can't go too in depth into visualization just because I haven't spent a ton of time doing it in this like textbook way. But I can say that just living life and visualizing and thinking about my future basically constantly, that visualization has 100% helped me move on and like move through life because obviously that's just what my brain is focused on. And wherever your mind is, that's where your heart, that's where your body wants to go as well. Like if I'm visualizing how rich I want to be, how successful I want to be, obviously, because that's where my mind is, my heart's going to be there also. So I'm going to take the actions, do the steps that are going to get me to where I want to be in life if I'm ambitious and have discipline, that stuff, obviously. And last but not least, meditation. Meditation has been a bumpy road with me basically since the time I've started it. So I know I've talked about this in other times and other videos on my channel. And if you follow me, you probably don't want to hear me repeat it again. But if you don't follow me, I'm going to give you a quick rundown. So basically, I started meditation for non self improvement ways. I started meditation purely for sports back in the day before I was even on self improvement. I started meditating so that I could be more present during basketball games. So there I was, sitting on my floor with my back aching because I wasn't comfortable because I had terrible posture, sitting there trying to meditate, and I absolutely hated it. But I did have the discipline because I was trying to go play basketball in college at that time. And so I did have the discipline and the willpower to go out there and meditate consistently for 10 to 15 minutes every single day. At that point, I was doing guided meditation, and then I did end up going into non guided meditation, which is what I do now. I basically never do guided meditation at this point. The main objective with meditation is to basically kind of the same stuff as breath work to loosen up the body, help release and lower the intensity of nervous or anxious feelings, and clear up the mind. And it's also a very good, and I will say it's probably more so to improve attention span and focus. Because what you're doing on meditation is you're focusing on a certain part of your body. Now, other people say other things and where you should focus. And if you go to a lot of guys when they're teaching beginners on how to do this, they tell you to focus on the rising and falling of your stomach while you're breathing. This is what I did in the beginning. It works just fine. However, for me, focus right here on my nose. So when I'm inhaling through my nose. I'm feeling the air come into my nose as I inhale. But then when I exhale, I'm focusing on my lips because I'm basically just focusing on the air exhaling from my lips. Now, what's going to happen when you do this is you're going to lose focus. Inevitably, when a lot of people start meditation, I did this as well. I would get mad at myself when I lost focus, on my breathing. The whole point is for you to lose focus so that you can bring your attention back to your breathing. If you never lost focus, you'd never make any gains. And so don't get mad when this happens. The main idea is to breathe, focus all of your attention, or try your best to focus all of your attention on your breathing or a certain part of your body. And then whenever you do lose focus, bring your focus back to that specific part of your body. And think of that as one bicep curl for your brain. Like I said, my journey with meditation has been kind of inconsistent, a lot more inconsistent than I would like to admit. It is still on my daily non negotiable list. You know, you could see it in my vlog. I did make a vlog recently. If you want to go watch that, I'll leave a card somewhere up on the screen. However, I went months where I was basically doing it every single day for, yes, 20 minutes a day. What did that feel like? How was I feeling during that period? I feel like a lot of people, they think meditation is gonna like make them happy and jolly and make them like float and stuff. That's not what it's gonna do. It's basically an attention span workout that also helps relax the body, reduce feelings of nervousness and stuff like that. But you're not just gonna be floating on clouds all the time. It's not gonna cure your depression. At least it didn't for me at that time. And you know, a lot of that's more complex than what meditation can cure. But meditation did help me be a lot more present during basketball games and just in life in general. And I did feel like when I was meditating consistently 20 minutes every single day, that I was the most grounded feeling that I ever was in my life. And I remember that I was listening to a lot of long form content at that time. You know, I still listen to a lot of podcasts, but I was listening to more so like 40-minute long tutorial videos because I was really starting my YouTube channel at this point when I was doing it really consistently. And I was the most grounded and I was watching, you know, 20 minutes of a video and being completely focused. And I was like, dang, like 20 minutes just passed by so fast. Now, I will say that when I did start sports, the benefits weren't like immediate. You know, when I did do meditation for sports in the beginning, if that's what you're trying to do this stuff for, I didn't see benefits in my game for a long time. I think a lot of the benefits really did come down to more so just like gaining confidence and stuff like that. But I do feel like meditation did help me enter the flow state more. And I know that when I'm in games now, I am in the flow state. I'm not like in mid game thinking about some girl that's sitting courtside and I'm losing focus. And I'm like, no, when I'm in the game, I'm in the game and I'm not listening to anybody else. And I do think that I can credit that to all those hours of meditation and breath work and really like trying to work on my attention span, which is something that so many people aren't working on. So, I mean, if you are only doing 5 minutes of meditation a day, you're still going to be better than like 99, 98, 95% of people. Now, I will say that meditation is kind of an exponential thing. I have done it at many different time periods. You know, I did go through a time where I was only meditating for 5 minutes. Then I did 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. I did do 30 minutes for a little bit. That was just too much for me. You know, I couldn't stay consistent with it. 5 minutes, though, was a little too little. It was a little too little. I didn't feel like I was getting the right amount of benefits. I didn't feel like I was really getting any gains from it. 20 minutes is really like, okay, you have discipline. You really want to focus on this. 20 minutes is totally manageable. If you get up, do it in the morning, 20 minutes, boom, knock it out and you're going to feel really, really grounded and you're going to feel really good. However, it can over time begin to get a little draining. You know, at that point, you know, when I was really trying to do it consistently, it'd be 12 o'clock at night and I'd be so tired. I was like, I got to get this meditation in. And so I would sacrifice my sleep just to get the meditation in. 10 minutes is basically the golden amount of time. It's better than the 5 minutes because when I do 10 minutes, I can see pretty much daily progression in like my attention span and focus. 20 minutes though, it's like it's pretty OP. But if you're just trying to do it and you're trying to do it for like the rest of your life, trying to do consistently every single day, 10 minutes, you're gonna be fine. And over time, you know, it's gonna have compound growth and you're gonna be like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Think of it like that. You know, every day you're just adding 10 minutes to the focused power that you have, I guess. That's the easiest way that I can explain it. It's an exponential growth, compound growth with meditation. You're not going to do 10 minutes and it's like separate every single day. You're just like stacking blocks day by day to continue to upgrade your attention span strength. I hope this video was helpful. My name's Charlie. I'm a homeschooled athlete and entrepreneur on self-improvement. I really am trying my best with these videos, trying to make each video better than the last. Meditation and all this breathwork stuff has really been a big part of my self-improvement journey. And I feel like it is for basically everybody who gets onto this stuff because it's preached about a lot. And I just kind of wanted to share my experience and some of the learning lessons that I have. And I'll probably repeat this video in some way, shape, or form in the future as I continue to learn and spend time taking part in these habits. But yeah, I just really hope that I'm helping you with these videos. If you want to give me any support or want to give me like any tips, if you want to see something from me, comment down below. I'm always looking for suggestions. And if you suggest something, I'll probably do it because, you know, I don't have a ton of people suggesting me stuff right now. Good luck to you today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever you're watching this video. I'll see you.